Morning. Welcome back to the channel. Actually, I'm not even going to bother saying that because this is going to be mid-roll. I'm down at Quick Fit, which is there. I brought Henrietta in for an aircon regas. I had an appointment for 10:30, and it is now 11 o'clock, and the car is still sitting over there where I parked it. I haven't even started it yet. I said it's going to take about an hour, because obviously they have to vacuum it. I've just walked up to Curry's and had a look around there for something to do for half hour. I come back and it's still sitting in the car park where I left it. I've not even looked at it yet. So yeah, if you need an aircon regas, I wouldn't come to Quick Fit. So they put a seat cover in it. That's about it. They've taken half out and put a seat cover in it. I wish I got a mobile person to do it now. Let's see how long it actually takes for them to do it. If it gets to 45 minutes of me being here, or 50 minutes, I'm going to go and get my keys back and go elsewhere. I don't know about you, but if you make an appointment somewhere, you sort of expect them to do it roughly around that sort of time, don't you? It's different if you're leaving it here all day, if you're having other work done or something like that. That's different. They can take their time. But when you make an appointment specifically for 10:30, you think by it's 11 now and it's still sitting in the where I parked it. You think they'd do it, wouldn't you? I guess they're busy. There's quite a lot of cars in this car park, but that's the whole point of making an appointment, isn't it? Am I being a bit harsh, do you think, or am I right? I don't think Quick Fit have got a particularly good reputation as it is, but I need to get this done. So I don't know of any mobile people, so I thought we'll give Quick Fit a try. They fitted me in at 10:30 today, so I'm now wasting a day off sitting here. So we'll give it another 15-20 minutes. If it's still sitting there, I'm going to go in and speak to them, and I think I'll just take the keys back and go to somewhere else. This just gets worse and worse. The Quick Fit fella is just, you see the drain doctor van that's in there now, that wasn't in there. He's just reversed my car out with the bonnet up into a parking space just there. On the phone, and then he's manoeuvred my car around the car park on the phone with the bonnet up, going backwards and forwards. And then the drain doctor van has gone into the bay, and then he has gone backwards and forwards in my car on his phone with the bonnet up. Obviously, he can't see where he's going with the bonnet up. What a shower this lot are. Jesus Christ, I certainly won't be coming back here. And he's just walked off, and I'm not sure he's actually even done anything. So, it's got to be nearly an hour now. I'm interested to see what's going to happen here. Unbelievable. Now, one of them got a very good reputation. We seem to be making a little bit of progress now. The bloke's come back now. I think it was being vacuumed, so he's now doing something to it, but he's still on the phone. I'm going to show you another car. I'm going to zoom in and show you. I shouldn't do this really, but I'm going to. Hang on, I need to stop. As you can see, that silver Vauxhall, what do you call it? People carrier thing. Zafira. Sitting there watching them. Obviously, you've got open bays, so you can see what's going on. One of their mechanics, the car's up in the air as you saw. They've got one of their mechanics he's taking the heat. He's obviously doing the exhaust. He's taking the heat shield off of the rear back box area. He's just slung it on the floor and then kicked it across the floor. That's how they take care of your cars. Wonderful, isn't it? Right, we're back at long last. I was there for an hour and 45 minutes. I'm sure most of that time it was just sitting there and they weren't doing anything to it at all. So it's done now. Aircon's nice and cold. I'm home. I got home and then realised they'd given me the invoice for an MOT for a Jag rather than the invoice for my aircon regas. So it was $129.95, which is a bit cheaper than any other of the local ones, but it took too long as far as I'm concerned. But never mind, it's done now. As I got home, I had a voicemail message from the people who came yesterday, and they are coming back. Will be here any second now. In fact, that might even be them just pulling up now. No, it's not, it's a van. Yeah, they're on their way around here. They only live 15 minutes away, so they'll be here shortly. In fact, I think they have just pulled up outside, so I will sign off now, and hopefully they'll be buying it. So I thought we'd just slot this bit in to one of the other videos of Project Henrietta. There will be no more videos of Project Henrietta because she's now sold. The people who came around this afternoon, or for their second visit, took it for another drive, and the aircon works, and they're having it, and they are, I think, on their way here now to collect it. Oh, I just noticed my phone holder is still in the windscreen. I must take that out. So yeah, it's all been cleaned. We did finish sorting that out as well down there. You can still see it a little bit, but it's all filled and painted. They did spot it, and I didn't try and hide it, and I said to them, yeah, I'll touch that up, which I've done. Giving it a clean, blacked up the wheels, blacked up the tyres, giving the wheels a good old clean up. Inside's all nice and clean and fresh and smelling, and that's it. Job is finished. So it's been a relatively long job, but the vast majority of that time, of course, has been where it spent its time in the body shop. I still haven't had the price of the cost of the damage repair yet. In fact, I'm going to text him, try and G him up. I need to pay him. I need to get it out of the way so I know it's done and paid for. He's very trusting. He knows I'm not going anywhere. He knows I'm a regular customer, but he needs to work it out and let me know what I owe him. So that's it. So that's the end of Project Henrietta. You won't be seeing her again. Hope you've enjoyed Henrietta. I know I sort of have. There's a couple of little things I've come to the conclusion of with Henrietta. Some people are very pedantic when it comes to looking at second-hand cars. You know, they're spending a fair amount of money. Obviously this one is more expensive. Apart from the Abarth, this one's been more expensive than any of the others. So someone who's getting on for twice as much as the other cars, they are going to be a little bit, especially when they're newer, they are going to be a little bit more pedantic over the condition of it, I think, which is what these people were. Now, maybe they are anyway. If it had been a £2,500 car, maybe they would have been exactly the same, I don't know. But you do occasionally get people that buy a 10-year-old car from me, and they go over it with a fine-tooth comb and point out every little mark. It's a 10-year-old car, you're going to have marks on it. This has got pretty much no marks on it, even though it's a 4-year-old car. It's pretty much spotless. I mean, obviously a lot of it's been repainted, of course, but you know, you've got that bit down there on the I've just got the masks out the car, sorry, that's why I'm holding them. You've got that little bit there which I've sort of repaired, and I know a lot of you berated me and said don't be a skinflint by not doing the back bit on here. That was and I bought a badge to go on it, if you remember, and you know, I took you at your word and I didn't do that. So it's done. So that's the end of Henrietta. So I'll now put you back into whichever video this came from. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you think it looks as good as I do. Tell me your thoughts. So you didn't expect to be seeing the fake Abarth again. Neither did I, to be fair. The reason it's back is, as you know, I did that exhaust bracket, and it when I put the new exhaust bracket on, the one that I took off of the old exhaust, I thought I'd done it, and so I didn't bother taking it out for a drive, but he's reported that there's a bit of a clonk still, so we think it's the rear shock absorbers. He took it to Quick. I said to him, take it to Quick Fit, get them to put a new rubber on. He took it there and they said all the shocks are shot. I said they're not. There's nothing wrong with the front shocks, that's for sure. This possibility of the back shocks, the clonk was coming from the back, so we thought it was the exhaust. So I've got it back here today. He only lives like 2.5 miles away, so I've driven there in Loopy Harold, left Loopy Harold there, brought this back, and I'm going to stick new shocks on it, and hopefully that will take care of it. I'm going to film it for you on time lapse anyway. Right, shocks are done. It's such a quick job doing these. I mean, it's taken me about half an hour to do both sides. It's such an easy job, and it does make such a massive difference. But looking at these, I've just washed my hands, but I'm going to pick these up, so I'll pick them up with a bag. Looking at these shocks, I'm not sure they're the original ones, considering this is an 11-year-old car. But they look alright. These are the ones that normally go, aren't they? The top ones. But they look alright to me. But as I say, I've changed them anyway, just to rule them out. And I drove it a couple of miles or so home. It barely did it, to be honest. Considering it's an 11-year-old car, you know, there's very few creaks and bangs. You know, cars develop creaks, don't they, over time? But he's not complained, but he's made a comment about the clutch is a bit stiff. Obviously, I've explained to him it's a hydraulic clutch. It's possibly going to be stiff. They're all different. I've never had two clutches that are the same, to be fair. But I'm going to lubricate the pedal with some grease, and I'm going to put some grease on the end of the slave cylinder where it pushes the plunger out. I'm going to just grease that up a little bit as well, just to give it half a chance to. He said it was creaking. I never noticed it creaking when I had it, and I've driven it back from his house and it didn't creak at all. The pedal, that is. But I'm gonna lube it up anyway. But I'm sure he's not making it up. But yeah, I didn't hear any creaks all the way home, and I was in traffic, so the clutch was in action on and off all the time. Anyway, that's it for the time being. Back to the video, the normal video that this was slotted into. Okay, if you remember this one from the previous video, this is the one that I said would be an ideal first project for someone. Barely any damage to it. Bumper, headlight, DRL, that's about it. Possibly front panel, but everything lines up, so maybe not. There is a bit of a stuff to repair down there, but it's very, very minor damage. So as much as that would have been a good project, it's coming up soon, within the next half hour. It's already at 1,550, so I don't think it's really a good project anymore, because, you know, if it goes, let's say it goes one more bid and goes for 1,600, it's then going to be just over the £2,000 mark, I think, out the door. So, which is obviously far too much. You know, I was paying over £2,000 in the height of lockdown, sort of back, you know, a year ago, but now there's not an awful lot of profit in that. You could sell that 2013. I'd probably sell that for 2,850, 2,750, 2,850. If it's £2,000 out the door, by the time you've done the repairs, bought a bumper, and so on and so forth, there's nothing in it. So it's waste of time. The other one, I will follow the auction and see what it goes for, just out of interest. This is the one that's got the mechanical damage, so there's no actual damage to the car at all. It's just the oil pickup, oil pump, whatever it is. So it doesn't run and drive. So again, you know, 1,350. If it goes for that, it's on a minimum bid anyway. But yeah, that's unrecorded, of course, which is a good thing. So once you've figured that out mechanically, it'd be good to go. The only other one I was looking at today was this 2016 one, which I do actually quite like the look of, but it's 1,850, and there's quite a lot of work to do on it. It needs the new bumper. It's an unusual colour, so it needs a wing, a bumper, headlight, and obviously there's something going on with the suspension. We know from that doesn't scare me, the wheel being like that. However, sometimes it's just the bottom arm, sometimes it's a suspension, sometimes it's the hub, and I've had two instances now where a wheel's been, alright, granted it's been worse, looks worse than that, but it's been the subframe has gone as well, so I've had to put a new subframe on, which all adds to the expense. So as a 66 plate, I can't remember what the mileage is on it, 22,000. So, you know, again, it's a pop star, so I would expect to sell that for nearing £5,000. Apart from the Abarth, I've not actually sold a facelift one yet. So the other one, the red one that is just gone to the body shop to have that rear quarter damage done, that I'm expecting to sell for around the £5,000 mark. But I haven't tested the water with it yet. I'm thinking I probably easily will get £5,000, and I may even be underselling myself, because doing research, those cars of that age, that sort of mileage, are going for anywhere between £7,500 and £8,000. So I think asking a smidgen under £5,000 is a good price. So if you got that, let's say you get that for £2,000, that's 2,400 out the door, which is about what I paid for my red one, which I bought on eBay. So it would be worth a punt, but I don't think I'm going to. Purely the fact it doesn't run and drive. If it wasn't for that wheel damage, I'd probably get it, because then I could just park it up somewhere until I'm ready to do it. But again, what number is it? 2224. It's in lane B. Is that the same lane as that one? No, different lane. They're all at Sandy. All three of these cars are at Sandy. So yeah, we'll film what we can of them. We'll stick those in the video following this.
Approval. Your watch item is next on the block.
Right, 1,600, 1,650. That's well over the £2,000 now, definitely. 1,700. Someone's hopefully buying this for themselves then. If any of these cars ever, one of you that's watching, let me know. It's always interesting to know who buys them. 1,800.
Bonus time.
I mean, it's a bargain way of buying a car if you're going to keep it for yourself, but not if you're going to sell it. Obviously, you always have to factor in the fact that there might be things hidden that you don't know about as well.
Bonus time.
Is this on pure sale? Yeah, so that looks like it's going to be it. Which is it's cheaper than I was buying this time last year with more damage, but still way too expensive.
Sold.
1,800.
Your watch item is next on the block.
Right, here we go. 2,050 quid at the moment. 2,100. This is the purple one. 2,200. 2,300. Sorry, 2,250.
Bonus time.
Is that going to be it? 2,250. No, 2,300. This is on pure sale as well. 2,350. 2,400. Can't go much higher, surely. So you've got to add quite a bit of fees to that. Good £400 or £500 worth of fees. $2,450. Still cheap when you think what needs to be done to it. It's probably what now, about a third of the price it would be if it was an undamaged one.
Bonus time.
That's got to be it now, surely. Still going. Why can't people just bid and be done with it?
Bonus time.
Ugh, I hate this bonus time. So frustrating. Whether you're bidding or watching, it's frustrating. If you're bidding, it just ends up costing you more. It's going to do it again, isn't it? Yeah, I knew it would. Unbelievable. 2,550. 2,600 is it going to go? No, it's sold. 2,550. Too much.
Your watch item is next on the block.
So this is the one with the mechanical problems. No damage. 1,550. 16. No, 1,550 I should say.
Bonus time.
This one's on reserve, so it'd be interesting to see if it actually goes for what it sells for. Could be an easy fix.
Bonus time.
Then again, might need a new engine. Yeah. 1,550. Sold. 1,550. Let's see if this comes back again.